I figured it out.
We're in a different spot now.
I'm so proud of myself. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good. How are you? See, now you can do this all the time. That's it. Now you can fly solo.
That is okay. I prefer not to do that.
Well, we've actually asked Tylock before, like when he's like super tired from work, like, do you want us to just do it on our own? And he's like, no.
Yeah,
like,
he
no, I'm getting
won't give up the reins, but I could do it. Maybe if the Kahoot goes well tonight, then we know that I can do it. Hi, Tats. Hi, Pop Epidemic.
Hey, Robert.
Well, this is your chance to make up for the Talk Boy incident with the Kahoot.
I make no promises.
Talk Boy was legit because right after we did that quiz, I think like within that week, I was watching somebody else's video. I'm trying to remember who. And he goes, oh, yeah. And he was talking. He goes, well, I have a Talk Boy right here because he was showing off some. And he literally, if you watch his videos, he has a Talk Boy sitting right behind him.
See?
I want to say Pop and Pop.
I believe it.
I was legitimate in my research.
I believe it's a real thing, but geez.
I'm sorry. I can't make up the answer. I have to know what history says.
You look tanned. Were you out in the sun too? Everybody was out in the sun. I was out all day and nothing stuck to me.
I wasn't out in the sun. I was still in the shade.
Maybe a piece of gum on my sneaker, but that's about all that stuck to me today.
I was in the car waiting for my kid to get out of practice today, but
yeah, Mommy J looks tan, doesn't she? Or is it the backlight? I don't know.
For me?
Yeah, you look like you were out in the sun. Or is it that feeding all the pets?
He adjusted the lights. I'm yeah, no.
It looked like that character behind her is about to eat her, though.
Yeah, right.
Well, if it makes you actually feel better, she does actually rip the souls out of people and then eats them.
I feel like I know who that character is,
great.
actually.
I was like, don't tell them what I do.
That's Big Mom.
Hi, everybody.
Big Mom. That's
Hey, Matthew.
And then I'm Mama J.
Funko Pop Ohana, it's been a while.
Hi.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Nadia. Hi, Papa Wheelie. Hi, all the lurkers.
Yeah.
I have to make sure I say hello to everybody.
Hey, I hear you.
All right, so we all watched Grease. Well, I actually didn't watch it, but I've seen it like 100 times.
Oh, that's sad. I never got a chance to rewatch it.
I neither did I. I never got a chance to.
Here that watched it recently.
Well, I took the quiz when I took like a quiz before I started my like Kahoot like research, and I passed. So I'm like, okay, I don't need to rewatch it.
I say I know basic. I mean, I've watched Grease. I can't even, probably more than anything else, ever. All right. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since I watched it. But Monday, on Popular Opinion, like, oh, I have this. One of the things to be solved was a famous Grease quote. And I'm not kidding you. When he was done, I think everybody in the chat was trying to research where this quote came from because it didn't make sense to anyone.
I wasn't, because I just watched it 2 days before.
And, I mean, I had seen it hundreds of times, and I'm like, that doesn't ring a bell with me. What is this from?
I didn't watch it. I didn't have time to watch it
or something like that.
The quiz was like, or the Cody's quote was like, "We're adolescents" or something like that.
We're adolescent.
I think that line was added in to remind the actors how young they were supposed to be in the movie.
Because some of them were all the way up in their 30s.
Yeah.
I was like, none of these people look like high school kids.
Isn't that like that in most like movies though?
Oh yeah, I know it's like Hollywood thing, but it's just weird.
It's always older people playing the younger people,
Sometimes it looks a little weird though.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like,
they all played high school students and they're all like in their 30s. You're like, wow, okay.
Especially when you have someone who is like 19, 20 or ever, and they're supposed to be dating someone who their actors in like their 30s or something, and it's just kind of.
When they were giving if I remember correctly, like all their ages, like literally, some of them were up in the mid 30s. but like Travolta, Lorenzo, a few of they were down like in the lower 20s or even maybe like 19, 20, some of them. So they had a wide range of this.
Yeah, I think the oldest one was what, 33 or 34.
Yeah, something like that. It's like mid 30s almost. I just can't remember exactly.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, Nancy.
Hey,
Nancy, if I hadn't watched it, we wouldn't be here yet. I'd be like, guys, can we postpone it another day?
She's the only one who really needs to watch it.
She's the main person that needs to watch it, right?
Yes. All right, Caitlin.
We've
So
technically already seen it. We
That's
just didn't watch it recently. So the whole thing was you haven't seen it, so you needed to watch it.
yeah,
I'm like, if you've seen a movie like 5 to 10 times in your lifetime, I don't feel like you need to rewatch it for anything.
I've seen at least 100 probably.
Oh my
I
god!
did go, about 3 weeks ago, I did watch Grease 2.
I've never seen Grease 2.
But, you know,
I've never heard anything good about Grease 2, so I never felt the need to watch
if
it.
you're trying to compare it to Grease, it's not. It's not at all. But I mean, it's like one of Michelle Pfeiffer's first movies. It wasn't a bad movie. Maxwell Caulfield was really big back then when that movie came out. The guy that did the stunt bike riding in Grease 2 actually in real life was married to, or may still be, I don't know, was married to Olivia Newton-John.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
See, this is what true fan right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
But,
even knows the gossip behind the movie.
So
Yeah,
I
can give
liked
some
it.
more
I really liked it, and usually I don't like musicals, so I did like it. I thought it was awesome.
Hurt my
But
heart.
I know you're the musical person, but
My heart.
So Robert says Grease 2 is the Wish equivalent to the real Grease.
am I
Yeah,
supposed to know what that means?
Wish, like the Chinese
Wish
knockoff
website.
website.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's probably pretty apt, actually.
I've only used Wish.
You
like
know, I
once.
probably wouldn't disagree with that.
I love Wish. I bought some like crafty stuff off of Wish, and like they took so long to get here that they refunded me my money. And like 3 months later, they showed up and they're amazing. So I got them for free. I just had to wait like 6 months for them.
Oh, I hate. I waited so long for Wish that when I got a package and it was like what, and I had literally like 8 months wait. I forgot about it when I got it. It was something for the kitchen sink, a nozzle, for the. I was like, oh, I did order this, didn't I?
Takes you a while to remember.
It was a mystery box.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's what I did when mine showed up. I'm like, what the heck is this? Why is it from China? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like Wish.
It depends on what you're ordering from Wish for me.
Matt
But
saw the movie Twister 7 times in a movie theater.
I saw Phantom of the Opera 4 times in theaters. It's the only movie I've ever, and I went by myself every time. And I had to go to
a movie that I would say more than twice in a movie theater was Staying Alive, and we must have seen that movie 6 times in the movie theater.
Oh my god!
I've never seen a movie twice in a movie theater.
Musicals. You got to go get one that's like gonna catch you.
Movie, and we
Juliana.
we were teenagers, and that every time we went to the movies every week as teenagers, and there was nothing. So we're like, let's go, let's see it again. And then we'd lie and tell our parents we'd seen something else and it was bad.
See, maybe that's my problem. Our hometown didn't have a movie theater. You had to drive an hour to here to Jonesboro to do it. And we were like, nah.
I actually now at this age live closer to the movie theater I used to go to as a teenager than when I was a teenager.
I would work until like midnight.
It's very thrilling. Right hand red.
Well, that's how I watch movies now too. No, I would work till midnight, and the last show in a Phantom of the Opera was at 1, and it was about halfway between like my job and my house because I used to drive an hour and a half to work. So I would go to like the last showing at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was so good that I like every day that week I went to see it.
Wow!
And it's still one of my favorites.
I've seen 3 movies in a movie theater in the same day, but not the same movie 3 times in a day.
Yes.
I've jumped from one theater to the other watching movies on my days off.
I've never done that.
The
Yeah,
only
I don't
time I've
remember
ever
the
jumped
film
movie
either.
theaters is when the film cut and we got to watch another movie for free. You know, the
Oh,
film.
I just got my money back the one time that ever happened to me.
Where did that happen? What did we see?
Avatar.
Avatar. And it happened like about 3/4 of the way through the movie.
That film reel caught fire.
Yeah, it caught fire while we were all sitting there watching it.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
For mine, it was the Rugrats Meet the Wild Thornberrys because that
Oh,
movie was
Rugrats
so
Go Wild?
popular when I was a kid, and we were in the middle of it. And Spike hadn't talked yet. That's the part I was waiting for when Spike talked to Eliza, but it cut out, and I had to settle for Monsters Inc. I mean, looking back, I like Monsters Inc. more than I like the Wild Thornberrys.
Remember when we went to go see Rugrats Go Wild, they gave us scratch and sniff stickers. It's
Yes.
like scratch now and you scratch it, like you can smell the feet from the movie. And
Yeah, there were different
I
things.
remember that. Yes.
My cousin was addicted to Rugrats, and I think she was like 3 when the first Rugrats movie came out, the one where like Tommy has a brother. So
Yeah.
I was like, awesome, I'm gonna take her to the movies. So we go, her mom drops us off, right? And so I get drinks and popcorn, and like we're all hyped to go, and she's 3, so she's toddling along behind me. And we get to that first little like door, you know, the door that goes into the theater, and there's like the little room there. She wouldn't go into the theater because it was dark, so it flipped her out so badly, and my hands are full, so I can't pick her up and like take her in there, right? So I'm like, please, she's screaming, she's on the floor. So I put everything down and I pick her up, and I go put her in a chair, and I'm like, don't move, I'm gonna go get her drinks, and she is just not having it, and I can't get a hold of her mom because this is like before everybody really had phones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, all right, fine, that's fine. So we spent like 2 hours in the lobby playing video games because she would not go into the stupid theater. It's like, I'm never taking you again.
At least not until she's like age 10 years.
I think she was like 17 when she got me to take her to see another movie, and it was The Lovely Bones. And I was so uncomfortable taking her. She wanted to see it so bad. And I didn't know anything about it.
It was good. That was a good movie.
Oh
That
my
was a
God.
good
It was so uncomfortable, though, watching that with her.
I know, but it was a good movie. It was very
Yeah.
good.
So, and then after that, I still took her to see Twilight. She got me to see, and like, I liked the books, but I hated the movie. It's like, you got to stop picking movies. You're
I feel
terrible.
like that was the general consensus with Twilight.
If you read the book, for any movie, I think if you read the book and then you go see the movie, it'll always fall short of the book.
That's true enough.
It's
And that is true. Like, there's a book by Dean Koontz called Watchers. Amazing book. There's also a movie called Watchers, which is based on the same thing as the book. But I'm going to tell you, when I watched the movie, it gave you a whole different feeling than when you read the book. You had different feelings for the characters in the book than you did in the movie. And it was like a major flip. I didn't like it at all. So
My aunt, she rented Interview with the Vampire for me, and like I loved that movie. Like, fell in love with it. Right, it was amazing. First movie I'd ever seen like that. And then I found out there were books, so I like got all the books and read the books. And then after that, I hated the movie.
yeah. Anne Rice is she's fantastic.
Yeah, so I can't watch the movie anymore, even though I loved it for years. But after I read the book, that was it for me.
Did you read The Witching Hour by Anne Rice?
No, I've only read the first couple of Interview with the Vampire books.
Oh, you should read The Witching Hour. Anybody that it's awesome. It's the history of all these witches, and it goes all the way to the French Quarter, and it is just a fascinating book. She's such an amazing writer.
I do like the way she writes. I've read quite a bit from her, but I haven't read any of those.
Yeah.
I saw Moulin Rouge in the chat. That's another one of my absolute all-time favorite movies.
What?
Moulin Rouge. And I danced to like one of the songs at our wedding.
On your head.
Some people were telling me that I just need to get it tattooed.
Yes.
Like, I got a shirt. I didn't wear it, but I got a shirt. Isn't that good
Well,
enough?
if you don't want to do it on your forehead, do it on your hand, and that way you can just be like,
Oh, do it on your knuckle. Never.
That would be better. You could almost do it.
I had to group a few letters together.
Yeah, it's
Maybe like a C.
that's crazy though. But I didn't know Moulin Rouge. I don't think Did I see that? I think I did. That isn't that with Kidman?
Bunch of
Yes.
famous people, right?
Yeah, Ewan McGregor's in it, and Nicole Kidman's in it.
Nicole Kidman, yeah, and
I tried for a really long time to dye my hair that shade of red. It just would not work for me.
Is that when you started buying all the wigs?
Well, the wig was pretty new, actually. I used to dye my hair all the time. Then I hit 30, and I just don't care enough to do it anymore.
it's funny.
I haven't even hit 28 yet, and I'm at that point. But
West Side Story is good. The second movie of that, they filmed it around here, or at least part of it. That was crazy. Oh, they bought like flatbeds full of these old cars from the 40s and 50s, and this whole block going up was parked. I have pictures. I posted pictures on Instagram, and it was amazing to see. And they changed the street signs to the old days. So if you actually walk down that street when they were finished, it felt like I was walking down a street in the 50s. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. It was like so weird. It really was. Even the train station, they made it like it was back in that time. It's
that's
amazing
commitment.
it's amazing what these people do in these movies, you know. And it's until you see them do something like this, like post-production, that's when you realize why they spend so much money making these movies. Because I mean, they go like all out. Everything has to be like,
What was the movie they filmed across the street? Yeah, they filmed a movie across the street from us years ago. Bruce Willis was there. I'm not a big Bruce Willis fan, so I wasn't willing to go fight the crowds to get a 2-minute glimpse of him. So, but I mean, every night they would block off all of our streets, and you just, I mean, I could walk out on my patio and just hear the people because there were so many people.
You just sat on the patio with binoculars.
Law and Order, I saw them film a few times in where I used to work, and it was really weird because I once started talking to the director, and he said to me, I mean, they got there like at 5:00 and they eat so well. If I worked for one of these production companies, it'd be like heaven because they eat so good, such yummy food that they have.
Every live turns to food. Okay, keep going.
But no, really. But okay. So then he told me, they took the CEO's office and they made it completely different. They made the home look more like a hospital. I don't know why they didn't go film in a hospital. It would have been so much easier, but they did it that way. And all this was for literally 1 minute of film, 1 minute on the show. And yet it took them almost 18 hours to film this 1 minute. It was like mind-boggling. So this is a cute story. This person passed away, right? And the funeral
It's a
director.
cute story. This person died. Okay.
No, wait. But
Were they on the death wheel?
Not cute. But the funeral director had never been there, so he didn't know which way to go with the gurney with the body, and he left it in a hallway exiting to go to the garage to get his van. Everybody's passing, walking up and down, right? So I walk by and I look and I'm like, so I go back and I ask one of the guys, excuse me, are you guys using a crop of a body and a gurney? He goes, no. And I go and I look and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's left. And there's visitors coming in and out through that hallway. And I go stand over there and they're looking like, oh, it's a crop. Don't worry about it. It's not real. It's just a crop for the thing. It was real. We would have, it was crazy. That was crazy that day. I'll never forget that.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
That's something that sticks with you.
Yeah, absolutely. But the moral of the thing is it takes so long for them to film like one little snippet, and then when you see the movie or you see the show on TV, you're like, that's it? That was it? All that for 1 minute?
Yeah, until you're actually in there doing it or seeing it, you don't realize how much effort goes into what they have, every little thing. I mean, how many times they film or this or that, not only that, but then memorize. I always say memorizing lines, they shouldn't complain, because unless you were on a soap opera where you had to memorize new lines every day for 5 days a week, they shouldn't complain.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Hi,
Yeah.
spooky married nerd.
Hey.
Well, when I used to work at a facility, we had when YouTube started their YouTube Red program, which was like their big production program,
Yeah.
we had somebody come to our facility to film an hour and a half long thing, and I had to be there every day to help them. It was a week and a half, and I would come from my other job because I worked 2 jobs at the time on Monday through Friday, and I would be there from like 5 to midnight every day, and then on the weekend I'll be there for about 15, 16 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot.
And just for an hour and a half like thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Then you wonder, and then it's like hundreds of people for this one little minute scene. It's hundreds and trucks and wardrobe and makeup and food and the people that actually sit, like if they're filming a cafe row, right? And you see people sitting and they're like, they're not actually talking. There's no talking. People who you see in the background, they are not talking. And they're not eating real food either. If you really look, if you don't focus on the actors and you look at their background, especially when they're sitting at a restaurant, you'll notice that that it's not real. It's crazy.
Because they don't want them making noise. It's going to interfere with the filming.
Exactly. So they're just like, they're just mimicking that they're talking, and there's always one that's like looking straight at the actors, like you catch them like looking at the actors and stuff.
Yep. I've seen that.
Oh my god, just go to the post office and look, there's Bruce Willis over there. Sit here and look good.
You know what they can never get right in no movie? I don't care how perfect the editing or whatever is, the glass full of liquid.
Yeah.
If you notice it, it's always either too full or too little liquid inside when they cut to come back and forth. It's never
there's
right.
a lot of times when that stuff happens.
Well, now that's
Apex asked the question, wants to know what each person's favorite Grease character is. So, Caitlyn, since you just watched it, who was your favorite character?
I like Frenchie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she was like
Grease too, so go watch Grease too.
Well, she was kind of quirky, in that like funny kind of way, but also like a little bit relatable. Like no one knows what path to go in high school.
Her musical number is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive out to her.
Yeah, that's the one music thing that I skipped past because I thought the song was annoying.
That's probably my favorite song.
I'm sorry.
Because if you really watch like the girls all down the sides with the curlers, you're gonna see like the pink ladies and stuff. Some of them are mixed in there if you really watch. Okay.
Low budget.
I believe it.
Yeah, because they reused people, so you missed them all.
Yeah.
The only one I think probably wasn't there was Olivia Newton-John.
Go watch it again. Don't skip it.
But like I said, since Frenchie was your favorite, she is in part 2. So Cherie, who was your favorite?
Probably Rizzo, actually.
I like Rizzo too.
She's probably my favorite out of all of them. I don't like.
She's the badass.
Well, maybe that's what it is.
Clara,
Sandy and Danny just annoy the crap out of me. I don't like either one of them. I like Rizzo.
Does Claire even have a favorite? She boycotted this movie.
Yeah, Claire, who's your favorite?
No. When I first saw it, of course, I'll always say anything that John Travolta does. I'll always say Danny because he's my favorite actor, and so he can never do any wrong by me. Yeah, so, but Frenchie is close second though.
Yeah, I'm a big Travolta fan too. So my draw to that movie was Travolta because that was right at the whole Welcome Back Kotter thing, and it was. My mother was a big Travolta fan, so it was kind of rubbed off on me. But Rizzo, yeah, I really like Rizzo. I like her attitude. So yeah, I'd have to say that's definitely a plus.
So did you skip any other songs, Caitlyn?
No, that was the only part.
So which was your favorite song?
Well, for the first day, I couldn't get Grease Lightning out of my head. But then after that, I found myself going to YouTube and looking at I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called, but the last song that they sing at the end of the movie.
You're the one that I want.
You're the one that I want. Woo.
Yeah, that's it. As soon as she started humming it, I realized that's it.
That was my favorite song of the entire movie.
What? Hopelessly Devoted to You? Clara, what song?
No, you're the one that I want. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Hopelessly devoted to you.
Devoted to You was
No,
only
no. I was like, oh my God, cut your veins
Wait,
now,
listen,
Olivia.
because Olivia Newton-John had in her contract that she would get a solo song.
Yeah.
So they gave her one, but then before they added that, they ended up coming up with the second one for her. And that Hopelessly Devoted out in front of the house and all that was filmed after the movie was already done. They went back and refilmed or added that scene in. They filmed her and then added it in.
Movie
Something
magic.
because her contract wasn't being met, even though she did do another song, they still were saying it wasn't being met with what she agreed to.
Hey, McDorks. Well, I will say that was the one music number that seemed like out of place almost.
And it was filmed after
Yeah,
the movie was
so that
done
makes
and
sense.
added in.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I will say the biggest drawback for me in this movie, and this is something that I very rarely say, I kind of wished it was longer because it seemed like this year was just flashing by. You know, one time.
Well, if you hadn't skipped a song.
I missed
know.
one song, but you know, it's just like one minute she's watching them race, and then the next minute she's dressed in like all leather and stuff. Like, where was the transition there?
Yeah,
You know?
I agree with you. And then like they like fly off in their car, and I'm like, that. Where did that?
Yeah, so like there were a whole bunch of theories on that, you know, like it was a dream or this or that, like none of it was real.
Yeah.
They died in a car
They
crash.
kind of went through this whole thing. I mean, it was kind of silly the way they ended it. I mean, we all kind of know that the car floated away. I mean, seriously.
It's a
You
musical.
know, like, I agree with Clara with the point of we don't just break out into song in the middle of our day. But I like musicals. I enjoy watching. I break out in song in my car all the time when the radio's on. But you know,
And that's different, you know.
I like musicals, but it's true, you know. But the ending to Grease, 100% was the stupidest ending to a movie. They blew the ending to that movie.
Yes, like I would have been fine with Flying Cars had the musical itself been like set in more of a fantasy kind of world.
Yeah, more like a Xanadu.
Or if Grease Lightning like
you
flew
know?
off during that musical number, that would have made
that would
more
make sense. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just that one very end couple seconds is just jarring. Hi, McDorks.
Christian,
Hi,
it doesn't
Christian.
work that way. She didn't just change clothes and then suddenly get a new personality, okay? There had to be some kind of
It's
like
a musical.
But you know, like I said, you just like there's just going too far, and the end was too far.
yeah.
I'm sorry, you know, that's the only part. But there were so many theories on why that happened and why they did it that way. So
Well, it's the other car that he's driving there, right? Just repainted, like the one that had the flames that he beat in the race. Is it because they were racing for ownership of the car?
For pink slips, yeah.
So, and then I want to say somewhere there they mentioned that car and they said it's almost like they're flying when he drives when the flames come out. So I don't know if that's the reason why they did it.
Sure,
It's
we'll
still
go with
stupid.
I still think it's kind of silly.
I thought they died in a car crash.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of silly, but no, what's creepy though, here's a creepy fact for you about the movie, okay?
Creepier than Channing being 33 years old and playing a high school. Okay. Creepier than that. Okay.
So when they filmed the part when they're in the bedroom and Rizzo sings Sandra D and he uses the word Elvis Presley, that actually was somebody else's name. Honestly, I don't remember whose, but they said the guy had died or been murdered like the year before. That's why they changed the name, and they ended up using the name Elvis Presley. Well, here's a creepy fact for you. The day they filmed and decided to use the name Elvis Presley was the day Elvis Presley died.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. No, that was
So
a
it's
curse.
their fault he died.
It's creepy though that when you match things up like that. But yeah,
That is
The
very
original ending
creepy.
degrees.
this is not the original ending degrees. You can't play that.
Well, I'm putting it in here.
Grease meets Back to the Future.
But Back to the Future makes more sense with this flying car.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst
You know what's
movie
funny? I'm going to tell you.
ever.
Every time I say to him, "Hey, did you see this?" or "Do you know what this is?" and he'll go, "Oh yeah, I seen that on Family Guy."
Man, I used to be addicted to Family Guy, but I have not watched it in forever.
I have
Never
watched
seen
probably
it.
Most of them are
Yeah,
in their
I-
late 20s.
You know, I was looking for that sticker the other day because I know I have it, but I think I stuck it on the board. But it's because
Another
I
one's
want to
coming
be
to
just
you.
like Caitlyn.
Another one's coming to you with the Snake Mountain.
Okay.
I have one somewhere. I got to remember where I put it.
Yes, they were all
I'm
in
going to
their
be
20s
holding
to
them up
30s.
with her simultaneously because it seems like I haven't seen a lot either. I never thought I had not seen so much until I met you guys. It's like, damn.
Okay, but here's the thing. I ran a Blockbuster store for 7 or 8 years, so
I have no excuse. I worked at Blockbuster for 2 years, so that we have that in common.
Well, I basically have a Blockbuster in my house because of my husband.
At
So
one point for that company. Oh my lord!
I loved it. I loved that I could rent so
I
many
loved my
movies.
job at Blockbuster until they pushed me, and they pissed me off, so I quit. You know, but back then jobs were like, boom, you could get another job. You know.
Yeah. Now it's like, boom, there's a robot instead. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Every place around us is hiring, like desperately. So
we live back in the backwoods of the
All right, so
country.
we're all moving in with Kylock.
I mean, Texas has all the jobs apparently, or at least right here. It does.
You know, Texas is one of the places my parents are looking at because we have family in Texas. So
Yeah,
we're
I'll
one
never
cop
leave.
away from going back into lockdown here.
pretty much.
Y'all
We're
keep
not.
it there.
We're
No.
not. Nobody. You go out, no one's wearing masks. Like
Yeah,
very
it's
few. Like
crazy.
some of the
Like
workers.
the
are wearing
president
masks.
said yesterday, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask as he walked towards the podium with a mask on.
Well, I know most of the people out here aren't vaccinated yet because nobody wants to get vaccinated, but nobody's wearing a mask. So I walk in with a mask and then I get looked at like I'm stupid. I'm like, put your mask on. Don't look at me.
You know, my parents have had both shots, but I still yell at my mother to put her mask on because
Yeah, you
it
should.
doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means it won't be as like they just were on a road trip, and my mom's like, "Oh yeah, here where we are, nobody's got a mask on." I'm like, "But you?" She goes, "Well, you know, I didn't wear it when we went down for breakfast, and I didn't." Seriously?
Like you can get it. It won't be as bad, but you can still spread it to others
Yes.
who aren't
Yeah.
vaccinated.
Basically, all it
Well,
did.
I have one shot. I got to go get my second, but he hasn't been vaccinated. So.
Yeah, basically
I
all
got
it
both.
is it turns it from a deadly thing to you to a common flu.
Yeah, basically.
But it's still deadly for everyone else around you. Even CDC says you still need to wear a mask until everyone has been vaccinated.
Yeah.
They called the president out on that.
I had the second
Oh,
shot.
they did, Spectre?
Oh yeah, they had a huge post this morning calling him out on
okay.
it.
I missed
That's
it.
why he's doing another conference in about 30 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
our governor's like, don't gather like what before Thanksgiving gave us all these rules, stupidest rules you've ever heard for Thanksgiving. Okay, if you have more than 2 kids, you can only invite those 2 kids and their families. All the rest of your kids got to stay away because you can only have 3 families in one house.
Everyone must.
I
stay
heard
6 feet
that.
apart.
You have to do Thanksgiving outside. You can't use any dishes where people will serve themselves out of the same dish. You have to have a hand washing and sanitizing station. Like these were all the rules before Thanksgiving, right? And then he goes out to a restaurant with a bunch of friends, all in close quarters, and has a nice dinner.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The next
Yeah.
day, all that stuff was taken away.
Yeah, the next day everybody's like, F you, we are not doing this, you know. I'm like, what, you gotta pick like my best friend's got 3 kids. I'm like, well, you can only pick your 2 favorites. The other one they can't come.
Leave the other one tied in a closet at home.
Which ones have the highest grades?
There you
You know,
go.
that's it. I mean, you know, you got 3
Or the
one lives
or the
other
2 best
don't,
behaved.
so-
Yeah.
Christmas would have been really fun. You pick between your kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
can you
it's
imagine
so
that?
stupid. You can only invite 2 of your kids, no matter how many you have.
Well, I only have one, so I guess it
There's
doesn't
so much
affect me.
misinformation and information that you just don't know. I just stay safe. I just wear a mask and disinfect my hands like day one. So it's like,
Yep.
say whatever you want. I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing that's kept me safe for over a year now. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's all you could do. That's all you could do, really.
I don't mind the masks. Like, it was never an
I'm
issue for
used
masks
to
for
it.
me. So
Today it was a little uncomfortable because it was like 85 degrees here in New York for some reason, and it was like, it went from like 40 to 80. It was just like too much. So I felt a little uncomfortable, like with the mask on, and then I had someone in the
When it
car
turned
with me,
hot.
so I had
Yeah.
to keep it on. I couldn't take my mask off because I just don't. I don't trust anyone, you know. It's like I rather just keep my mask on.
He said, was it Fox?
No, it wasn't Foxy. I didn't see Foxy today. I saw Daisy today. I didn't see
Cheating
Foxy.
on Fox. Hanging out with other people.
Yeah, Foxy, like he'll take his mask off to smoke a cigarette and stuff. But when I'm with him, I stay with my and I have taken it off while he's been here. I mean, you know, it's like, oh my god, I got to take this mask off. But
Yeah.
afterwards, I kind of get like freaked out a little bit, like, oh my god, should I have taken?
sanitize.
So
Just when he comes to the door, just spray him.
Hey, y'all laugh, but you know what? My coworker came to work sick a couple weeks ago, and I was pissed. And like, when she left, I'm like, every place you have been to, you need to tell me because I'm like spraying down behind her. She's like, "Do you want to do me?" I'm like, "I'm fixing to."
do that.
Well, you
Even
work
be-
around food, so you pretty much have to, or else you're gonna get sued.
But
I mean,
even
well,
before the virus, if somebody came to work sick, it would piss me off, and I'd be like, "Why are you here? I don't want to be sick." And,
Yeah.
you know, I'd send them home, but then you're walking around with, you know, Lysol and whatever. This was even before the virus.
Yeah.
You know?
I was not happy. I'm like, she had like 101-degree fever. I'm like, go home.
see, now it's allergy season, so like in the morning I'll wake up sneezing and my nose is stuffed up, and it's been like really bad the last 2 days. But and I don't get allergies, but it must be high when it's
Well,
affecting
for
me.
him, he does. When he was little, he had surgery to help with his allergies, but he still gets really bad allergies. And I'll be like, "Are you sick? If you're sick, go back to your room." He's
No.
like, "It's allergies." I'm like, "Are you sure?"
The best part is because it was
My mom's
last
the
year
same
around
way.
this time, my allergies were
I
kicking
kept
up,
telling him, "You got the virus. Get
And-
away from me."
and I would have to go to the post office because we would have 100 boxes to ship out. And so I would go to the post office with, I take a giant duffel bag filled with boxes, and I go to the door. I'm like, hurry up, because if I breathe, I'm coughing and sneezing, and I'm getting kicked out. I hated going anywhere because I'll be like,
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
I'm
god,
like
it's
that.
horrible.
My doctor is actually a family friend of ours, so we all have her cell number. So when we need something, we just text her real quick if we need like a refill or something. And every time I sneeze, like a couple times in a row, my mom's like, "I'm texting Stephanie." I'm like, "Do not text Stephanie. It's just allergies." And I have to be like message her right after. I'm like, "Just ignore my mother, please. I don't need any more medicine right
It's
now."
terrible because, like Spectre says, like if you're, I have found myself in a situation where I get like a scratchy throat or maybe a little tickle in my throat, and I want to cough, and I'm like,
Don't do
try
it.
not to cough, because if you actually cough, people actually back away from you.
Oh,
And
no.
it's like,
Well, you guys are going about this all wrong. You guys are going about this all wrong.
oh dear.
You get in a long line and you start to cough. People start to move. All right? And then
Use it to your
and then
advantage.
Yeah.
you pull that Kleenex out of your pocket and you pull your mask down and blow your nose. And then you put it back up and trust me, they start to move. And then I'm in and out of the store like that.
one of my buddies did. They had to get toilet paper And there's the toilet paper shortage because everyone kept buying millions of toilet paper. He had one in his cart, and someone was trying to steal it out, and he leaned over and started coughing on them, and they ran.
Oh my
It's not
God.
a joke. When I was working, people would come in and buy toilet paper, and we would tell them, they would limit one anyways, but then they'd bring the whole family and everybody in the family buy one, right? But we would tell people, don't just push it out there in your cart and think you're okay, because there were people, you would watch people push their toilet paper out in the cart and it would be sitting on the top of their basket, and someone would come running by, snatch their toilet paper and keep running.
Mm-hmm. We've seen
I'll
that.
never, I will never be able to wrap my head around
Hey,
what
Ian.
happened with toilet paper. I'll never understand that. Like, it wasn't like a virus that gave you diarrhea. Like, if it would have, then I would have understood it. I don't understand.
Like, the minute they said there's a virus, you're going to be locked down, you couldn't find toilet paper anywhere. No one cared about eating. All they cared about was how they were going to handle their business in the
I'm
bathroom.
like, if you don't buy water, you're not going to need that toilet paper. You really are not going to need it, because it's like, you're not going to need toilet paper.
If there was a virus that caused diarrhea, I'm not going for toilet paper. I'm going for Pampers.
Yeah, that's an idea.
She's gonna stew in it.
But I'm not kidding. Like, at least a half a dozen times, I personally witnessed a run by. They would run by, snatch the toilet paper, and keep running.
911, what's your emergency? Someone ran and jacked my TP.
They even made a designer toy of the toilet paper.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's the complimentary one to the dumpster
Yeah,
fire.
that's the gun to the head. Like, I hate this planet.
Yeah, it was a crazy year.
What? It was. And the good thing was that I buy in bulk at Costco's. So when all that, literally when the crap hit the fan, I had plenty of paper towels and toilet paper. So
that's funny, because my mom's like that. Like, she'll buy, like, we'll go to Sam's Club or Costco, depending on where we're going that day. And she'll grab like a couple of cases of water, and then we'll get home, and my dad comes out and goes, "Oh, good, you got water, because we only have 10 cases already." And he'll take them in, or he'll be like, "Oh, good, you bought another jumbo pack of toilet paper." And they have an extra bathroom, and they don't use the shower in that bathroom because it's just her and my mom and dad. So they use that to store all their paper products. And my dad's like, "Oh, good, because we only have 5 of these in there now." And then when all of this happened, my mom's like, "Yep, keep making fun of me, but we're not going to run out of toilet paper or water, are we?"
Pretty much. She gonna laugh all the way to the bathroom.
Well, we still have my aunt's closet. Looks like Ty's closet with the toys with his closet. Only ours is toilet paper. So it's got just mounds and mounds of toilet paper and paper towels in that one closet. And I'm like, the cool stuff. She's got like all her jewelry boxes and stuff in the back. I'm like, what if you want to get to one of those? And she's like, the toilet paper is more important. I'm like, okay.
I never understood. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because it was like, I was more scared when I picked up the phone to get Amazon to deliver food, because there was nothing anywhere, and Amazon was wiped out of milk. And I was more worried about getting milk for my coffee, because if I don't have coffee, dear Lord, protect the planet, and nobody seemed to be worried. Everybody everywhere was like Lysol, toilet paper, and wipes. Really?
Yeah. But as they started coming in, and like, because we sold groceries where I worked also, but as they started coming in and buying, and literally our shelves started wiping out where we had nothing. And then when this first happened, they said, okay, employees cannot take anything from the back room. It has to go to the floor first, and then they have to wait till their break or lunch. Well, then about 2 months later, they're like, okay, when like you couldn't find toilet paper or anything anywhere, they're like, all right, you guys are working for us. You are here every day. You know what? If there's something you need that comes in on the truck, you can put it back in the back and buy it at the end of your shift. They had to. That's because good. How are you telling these people you want them at work every day, but nobody can get peanut butter, and nobody can get milk, and nobody can get toilet paper, and all these crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
scary. You couldn't buy baby food. I mean.
And then Amazon, like when it first started, like around our area, we have 4 Amazon warehouses that we can get shipped from. They basically said, if you do not have Prime, You are not a priority, and we'll get to you when we get to you.
And Prime wouldn't
That
come
sounds
out.
about
And they
right.
said for Prime members, your 2-day shipping is no longer valid.
Yep.
It is a
Right.
7-day shipping period guaranteed. If you're not a Prime member, we get to you when we get to you. So like if I was not Prime and I ordered toilet paper and she ordered toilet paper right at the same time, she'll get hers in 7 days. I'll get mine in about a month.
Wow, that was crazy. It was insane. But you
It's
know,
like-
it was like going
Instead of pop
hunting.
hunting, we were all out TP hunting. You know.
I mean, this was all practice for pop hunts.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
used
that's
to go
what
on-
everyone
used
said.
to go on a hunt.
there you
That's
go.
what everyone was saying. If you were a Funko collector, well, this is what you prepared for. You prepared for the hunt. Just like they say, like the video game, like the ones that sat around and played video games all the time. Well, now that we're locked in the house and we're limited to this is what they prepared for because they've been sitting there locked in the house all this time, anyways.
Introverts for the win.
So
Well-
there were certain people preparing for this, you know.
I'll also say the people who like do gamings and stuff like as a profession, they were more ready for this mentally than a lot of people are because they stay at home and game all day. I mean,
Yes,
that's
what
their
I'm saying,
job, and
because
they
they've been
didn't have to
preparing for this
adjust.
their whole life.
You know?
Yeah.
And I heard from more. I mean, here in New York, we don't know about these things, but I heard from more than one person, and I think I heard it from you also, Caitlyn, that ammunition went up tremendously, and it can't be found anywhere. What were people preparing for that they bought all the ammunition?
Zombies.
The end of the world.
The thing was with that is because people were looking for toilet paper
Yeah.
and people were getting their houses broken into
Yeah.
and their toilet paper stolen. So
Yeah.
you want my toilet paper? You better come get it.
OMG. Okay, now I get it.
That's what it was.
That's
Well,
Well,
crazy.
now they have all
Bravo,
these
TP.
other laws that are going into effect. Because I know that my dad had bought a gun, and then some laws were changing, and my mom, there was some other rifle or something he wanted, and my mom's like, "You better go get it, because once the law changes, you're not going to be able to get it."
Look at
And I'm like,
umpties.
"Where's Dad?" She's like, "Out by Grandma."
If you eat too much grease, you need toilet paper, Umpty. That's what we're at. All right. Apex asks, do you all feel the movie was representative of the high school in the 50s? Apex, I didn't go to high school in the 50s.
I
I was
graduated
born in the
2012.
50s.
So
I have no idea.
I went to high school in the 80s, so
I was born in the 80s.
I went to high school in the 70s.
Yeah, we all missed the boat on that one.
Yeah.
But,
I graduated in 1988. So
But if anybody in the chat went to high school in the 50s, feel free to answer this question.
I mean, watching the movie back as someone in 2021, the high school dynamics aren't too much different than today. I think that's something that's kind of stayed the same with the cliques and all that stuff.
oh yeah.
But also looking back at it, like when Frenchie's hair turned pink, no big deal. I mean, I'm sure it was a big deal back then, but
Yeah,
no big deal now,
you're right.
so.
When her hair turned pink, we all kind of went. Even when the movie first came out, we all kind of like, okay, her hair is pink. But yeah, in the 50s, people were probably like, oh my god, her hair is pink.
Yeah.
You know?
And now it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, your hair's pink. You're going home.
My 70-year-old neighbor has blue hair on purpose. Okay, so my grandmother, when I was growing up, we used to laugh because I'm like, Grandma, you have blue hair, like in the 80s, you know. I'm
Yeah.
like, Grandma, you have blue hair. She goes, it's not blue. No, Grandma, your hair's blue. You know? But yeah, like I said, we don't even think about hair color now. You
No.
see somebody walking by, looking by like rainbow bright, you're like, oh, that's cool, and you just keep going.
Yeah.
But back then, a pink hair, yeah, that had to be mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like a bad color dye job, it doesn't register. My coworker has like a swatch like right on the back of her neck where it's green, like weird puke green, and it drives me crazy. It's just one little like this big. No idea why, but she loves it. She's
Maybe
like,
she was testing to see what it would look like.
I don't know. She's blonde, so but no, like that's like she's had it for months. It's like her style, and it's
Okay.
weird, but you know.
She's
Other
trying to
people-
start a trend. You should show up at work next week with the green strip right there.
Take a
I don't think I
picture.
could do it. I could maybe do like blue, maybe, but I don't like the color green anyway.
Well, we're about an hour in. You want to start the quiz?
Sure. Let's see if I can do it. Okay.
You can do it.
I can do it. All right.
Now, this
Really
part
wanna
I've
blow
done before,
the
so if
quiz.
I can
don't
do it,
wanna
you
blow
can.
the quiz. So hopefully I'll shine high like I did on Boy Meets World.
If she
Every
doesn't,
answer is Talk Boy, just so y'all know.
Mama J doesn't reach top 5, we'll be auctioning off her collector's edition in the leather jacket grease film.
Oh no, you're not. I don't even. It's not even open. It's
All right,
still
guys.
sealed.
There's
I
the
didn't even
code.
open it.
You untook it. You took it off.
No, I didn't. Did
Yeah,
I?
you did.
I'm looking at it.
Well,
Oh,
we're not.
okay. I'm sorry. That was
You're
my
looking
bad.
at it, but we're not.
I said y'all gonna have to give me some leeway here. I pushed the
That's
wrong
your
button.
one.
We're giving you the leeway. We're just telling you what you did wrong.
Okay. There we go. I pressed stop. I need to press hide. There we go. Okay. Maybe. There we go. Okay.
All right.
I can see it on my phone, so I'm gonna assume it's working.
You're not gonna try.
I haven't seen the
It
Fonz of
shouldn't
the
be
movie.
too hard.
It's not the Fonz.
It gave me Fonzie vibes.
Thank you, Apex. I'm trying.
You're doing just fine, Sherry. You're a pro.
Let's see. What's 50 sounding?
Oh God! Now she's gonna go through the music.
Let's go. It's kind of. It's only 20 years off. Oh, I can't listen to that. That's terrible. We'll go fantasy for the flying car moment.
We're going 1700s.
And by the way, guys, we're not playing for anything. This is just for fun and to prove that I watched the movie.
The rule is Caitlyn's got to score the top, or she's got to rewatch the movie.
Wow, for the first
We
time
give
in
her a new
history.
quiz each week until she passes with flying colors.
At minute 39 and 38 seconds, who was on the screen?
Okay, I'm not quite as mean as Tylock is. There's no questions quite like that.
What year was the original idea for the movie written?
Yeah.
No, my favorite one from Tylock was, this is a 90s quiz. In 1989,
Yes. That was pretty terrible.
you set your own rules and you
Well,
failed.
the man thinks the Marvel universe is real. So
Well, that and Peter Pan had Hook questions. I'm like, Hook is not Peter Pan. Oh, goodness.
I think I got booted out. I did.
We'll go jump back in there.
I know. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait, my name ain't even there. Probably gonna make me pick a new name now.
my internet's going crazy. I had to reboot my computer before we started. So hopefully,
Don't give excuses already.
I'm not.
You need to be on the board. You got to rewatch it.
Yep. Oh, see, she said on the board. I said number one.
Okay, you need to be number one.
I think
I feel like you're gonna be number one though, Mama J.
Yeah, I
I
think
think-
so too.
I
I'll
think I
probably
was
finish
number one
last.
for like Roger Rabbit. That's it.
All right, guys, is everybody ready?
The lightning round.
Does anybody in the chat need a minute?
I did.
She's already spelled lightning wrong.
I was trying to put it back in quickly, and I was like, oh, it let me use the same name again, but it says it's really wrong this time.
So, do you want to go out and try it again?
No, I'm good. I don't even care.
All right.
Chicken grease.
Chicken grease,
Okay, I'm gonna lock it down.
foot grease. That would be you.
Yeah.
Ready, set.
Lock.
All right, I'm locking it. All right, guys. Good luck. Don't judge me too hard. I did this by myself. Greece. There's 10 questions. Number 1. What is Danny's last name in Greece? Zorro, Zim, Zuko, Zuko or Zuko.
Shit, I got the wrong one.
And Caitlin's off the board.
You
Crap.
already messed up, Caitlin.
I know the answer. I picked the wrong one.
That's
Well,
what
you're
they are.
supposed to read. All right, 6
Wow,
people
you
got
and
it
only one
right.
other person picked the wrong one.
We picked Fire Lord Zuko.
First place, Mama Lightning. Second place is Silver. Third place is Tats. King T-Bird is in fourth, and Papa Wheelie's in fifth, and Caitlin is nowhere on the board.
I don't
Yeah,
want to talk
Caitlin
about
in
it.
here.
2 of 10. What is the name of the high school they all attend? Sunnydale High, John Adams High School, Rydell High, or Bayside High School?
That's it. I'm done.
I got this one.
Yay, 9 people got it right. It is Rydell High. Mama J, do you see John Adams High School?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's your other
It's
one, right?
Golden.
Yeah, there you go. And then Bayside is
Bayside was the one with Zach and
yes. I put both of them for
I don't
you.
know what Sunnydale was though.
Sunnydale's Buffy.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I never watched Buffy. That's right.
Well, now I know what you need to go watch.
Movie time
If
for
it's a
Mama J
watch,
now.
All right,
Marvel
Mama
is
Lightning's
in.
still in first. King T-Bird is now in second. Tats, Papa Willie, and Apex is on the board. And nothing. Coot's not going to give me nothing. 3 of 10. What year did Grease debut? 1963, 1968, 1973, or 1978? Because it's not a homespun
Don't
Kahoot without a
know.
year question. Well, you knew I was doing the Kahoot, Caitlin. You should know this.
If it was
what? You
Tylock,
can
I would have
answer
looked at
by
it.
Oh my
approximately.
lord.
5 people got it right. It was 1978. Mama J still in the lead, followed by Tats, who's on fire. King
Yeah,
T-Bird,
that's after me. Get back, Tats. Get back.
Apex, and T-Bird J. Lee is now on the board. Tats has a high interest streak of 3. I feel like he's not my only one that got 3, but okay. 4 of 10. What sport does Danny receive a Letterman sweater in? Football, track, baseball, or basketball?
I'm assuming I have this right. Yay, I got one.
8
Are you
people got it
kidding?
right. It was track. I wanted to put Letterman jacket because I didn't know they had Letterman sweaters, but when I looked it up, it said sweater specifically.
Yeah, he was wearing a sweater.
I didn't know they had. I thought they only had jackets, but whatever.
You can
All
tell
right.
I remember this movie.
Mama Lightning's still in first. Tats is still on fire. King T-Bird is still in third. Apex is in fourth, and Jaylee is in fifth. 5 of 10, excluding Sandy. How many pink ladies were there? 3, 4, 5, or 8?
See if I can get what?
Oh dear
There were
lord.
3. There were 3 pink ladies, excluding Sandy.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Name.
I
Wait,
am sure. I looked.
Name all 3.
there was Rizzo, Frenchie.
Frenchie, and then the fat one.
Yeah, but then Marty.
Yeah, there was 4.
Well, then my Google was wrong, and I'm
1,
sorry.
2, 3, 4, 5.
No, excluding Sandy.
Yeah,
there
but
were
there's
4.
5, and
Yeah,
there's 4
it's
more.
4. The answer
Okay,
is 4.
Cherie screwed up.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm only as good as my Googling is, okay?
Well, you should
So
have
I got
watched the
one
movie
wrong.
again.
That's
Technically, it was correct, but I got it wrong.
Well, you're still in first place. We'll
Yeah,
just
but now I don't have a 1,000-point lead.
I'm sorry. Pass is in second, King T-Bird's in third, Apex is in fourth, and Papa Willie is in fifth. And I'm gonna go look up the answer to this again. 6 of 10, true or false? The song Grease Lightning had an Academy Award Best Music Original Song nomination.
Good God.
Oh, that I'm not sure. Now they stumped me.
There is no way.
If Tats gets this one right, you're gonna pass it.
There was an award, but I didn't.
It was
I didn't
for
think it was
Hopelessly Devoted to You. That one
I
got the
didn't think it was
nomination.
that song. That's why I was like, oh, but I got it right. So
Let's see. Mama J still in first, followed by Tat, Apex, hashtag Caitlyn.
I'm finally out of 7th place.
Here's at the past Apex now.
And King T-Bird is bringing up the last. 7 of 10. What was the band playing at the National Bandstand Dance? Kevin Heartbreak and the Steelers, Larry Johnson and the Chargers, Johnny Casino and the Gamblers, or Johnny and the Hurricanes?
Honestly,
See, if you ask me what song, I would be able to tell you.
Well, that would have been too
honestly,
easy.
I don't remember. I think I'm right.
I think I'm wrong. Yep, I'm wrong.
Oh, good. I was right. That was what rang a bell
Right.
with me. And I was like, I'm not sure, but I'm going with what rings a bell.
I knew it was a Johnny, but I got the wrong Johnny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
That's why I put two of them in there. Mama
Oh, there
Lightning's
goes
in
Caitlyn.
first. Oh no, Caitlyn. Apex is in
Caitlyn,
second.
no.
Tats is in third. King T-Bird's in fourth. And Papa Willie is in fifth. And Caitlyn is gone. 8 of 10. Who did Danny win the dance off with? Sandy, Cha-Cha, Lala, or Frenchie?
I don't remember that girl's name.
Cha-cha real smooth.
And I am sorry, y'all are right. Apparently there were 4 of them. I don't know why Google told me 3 because I looked at 2 different places.
I don't remember the actress's name. Well, I'll wait till you're done. I don't
6
remember
people
the
got it.
actress's name for Cha Cha, but she was going through some like a miscarriage or something when they were racing in the flood controls, and they were filming that part with her. She was having, I think, a miscarriage. They said during that time.
That
That's
movie was
terrible.
true.
Yeah.
This movie was cursed every way you looked at
I know it was a
There
big
were a lot of
movie.
things that behind the scenes that you kind of went, oh.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. All right. Mama Lightning is still in first, followed by Apex, King T-Bird, Papa Willie, and Caitlyn's back.
Yay.
Let's see if you can hold your spot.
I doubt it.
9 of 10. What do Danny and Sandy order at the diner? Root beer floats, Jell-O, double burgers with ice cream floats, or a basket of fries?
Claire was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
I don't remember what they ate. I know it just made me hungry.
6 people got that right. They got double polar burgers with ice cream floats. Caitlin, I put Jell-O in this one just for you.
That sounds so good right now.
Why?
Because you asked me what the answers were last week, and I was like A, B,
I
Forrest,
remember now.
Jell-O, and you were like, well, now I'm going to need one with Jell-O in it. So there
My
you go.
question,
I remember
you
that
have to answer
conversation.
faster than King T-Bird.
All right, Mama Lightning's in first, Apex, King T-Bird, Caitlin's in third place. She moved up.
No, I'm in
Papa
fourth.
Willie, fourth, whatever. You know what I mean. All right, guys, last question.
You need to start watching Sesame Street with your husband.
No. Fourth, All right, 10 of 10. What year is Grease set in? 1956, 1955, 1978, or 1959? Not when it debuted, when it was set in.
This isn't as bad as Tylock's quiz 2-year questions.
Oh dear Lord.
One person got it right. It was set in
I got it
1959.
wrong too because I went back and forth between 56 and 59.
All right, here's the podium, guys. In third place with 7 of 10 is King T-Bird. Good job, Rob. 8 of 10 is Apex. Good job. And in first place, I'm sure, is
Mama.
So technically 9 of 10.
Yeah, I missed.
But
yeah,
look,
'cause-
I'm fourth. See?
yeah.
No, I don't see you being fourth.
You took it away.
I didn't
All right,
take
so Caitlin
anything
has to
away.
watch it again.
There we go. Stop. Okay.
So
Go.
Caitlin, you'll get a makeup quiz next week. I'll make that quiz for you, Caitlin.
I'm sure I'll fail that one too. But I did watch it.
I'll be like, how old was Sandy in the show? How old
There
was
you go.
Sandy in
How
reality?
big
No.
of an age difference was the character to the actor?
And you need to ask a beauty school dropout question because we know she didn't watch that.
During the diner scene, which cardinal direction was Danny facing?
How many hickeys did Rizzo have on her neck?
1.
And do you know that was a real hickey?
I do.
Put there by
Oh God.
Like seriously?
I knew this if you had asked me like 2 days ago.
You know what,
By
Robert? No one
Jeff
asked you.
Conway, who played Hickey, Nicky, yeah, what's his name?
Kaniki.
Picky Nicky.
Hickey Nicky. But he really put it on there. He really put the Hickey in your neck.
Yes,
They
I did know that.
wanted it to look real.
Because it was.
Yeah.
Too funny. I did actually research these questions. I feel bad I got one of them wrong.
It happens to
It's
all of us.
okay, it happens.
At least I
Yeah,
spelled
just
everything
enough-
correctly.
I mean, seriously, when like the answer popped up and said 3, I went, damn, am I miscounting? And I kept going and I'm going, 4. 4. Are you sure?
Well, what was that one that was on your quiz last night? The raincoats or whatever that no one's heard
Yeah,
of?
that one was wrong too. Like on the quiz, and when I put in certain stuff, it was popping up. But then, like everybody got it wrong, and then when we tried to research it again, we found nothing. And I said, "Well, I didn't even know who the band was." I'm like, "I don't know who they are. They're part of this other quiz I'm looking at. So let me throw it in there. Maybe other people know who they are." Nobody knew who they were.
Talk boy.
That was terrible.
Yeah, they recorded with the Talk Boy. That's probably why no one knew who they were.
Which pink lady was going through menopause during the filming of this movie? They were in high school.
Well, it couldn't have been Rizzo. She almost got pregnant. So
That's true. She was the oldest one, so
Yeah, 33.
33 or 34, I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 33. I was like, Jesus, how couldn't they find like younger actors?
Jay Lee said, at least you didn't ask what kind of wagon was greased lightning.
I didn't want to really ask a grease lightning question. I figured that'd be way too easy.
Yeah, but you know what the answer is. It's not an appropriate word.
No, I don't know what
Starts
kind
with
of
a
it.
P.
Oh, okay.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got it.
It's a very inappropriate word to use. Can you imagine if we all had to pick that word on the quiz?
see, if I
probably
was
wouldn't
making the
put
quiz,
that.
I would have done it.
I think
Apex thought it was fun.
Yeah, there you go. I could have just put the emoji there.
Anything works.
That's it.
Oh, it's a kitty wagon, Robert? I didn't know that.
It's so cute.
There's multiple words that could have been used, but the most popular one.
a kitty wagon.
A kitty wagon.
All right, Caitlin. So, what movie are you watching next?
Yeah,
no
we gotta
idea.
come up with the next movie.
I have no clue.
Okay, so we've done what? Roger Rabbit, Jurassic Park, Goonies. And Grease.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Next one is not a musical.
no musical, but maybe something that's like, well, I know the guys probably won't like it, but I was thinking more like a girly like type of movie for Kate, like a
Hey. Tyler
Like
loves The Notebook. It's one of his favorite movies. So,
Okay.
Oh, I love The Notebook too. Or
I've
Ghost.
never seen it.
Those are
It's
two
a
I
good
movies.
movie.
hope
I'm not gonna say it's not.
you
I've
gotta
seen
tell
The
that to
Notebook. It's a
Fritzy.
good movie.
I'm sure he'll just say it. I'm pretty sure he has said it before in a live.
So,
I mean-
all right, so people in the chat, let's get some ideas here for Caitlin. Ooh,
Mystic Pizza. That's a good one.
That's with Julia Roberts.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh,
Mystic
really?
Pizza?
You would like it, I think. Based on the movies I heard you say that you like, Cherie, I think you would like it. Yeah, but based on the movies that Cherie has liked, I think she would like Mystic Pizza.
Cher is in that movie also.
I'm a Cher fan.
Is she
Oh,
in
there you go.
Mystic Pizza?
She's the one that slaps him and says,
I think you're talking about the wrong movie. Are you? Or am I?
no. Am I?
I've seen Sweet Home
The witch
Alabama.
one. I think you're thinking of the witch movie.
No.
Let's see.
Spell her name.
Mystic Pizza.
C-H-A-R. C-H-A-R or C-H-E-R?
ER? CHER?
It's only 4 letters.
Yes, CHER is how you spell her name.
So maybe I am thinking, where am I thinking about the wrong movie? Which one was the one that Cher slaps in and he says, get-
Cher and was it
No.
Michelle Pfeiffer that was in it with her? Put in share movies.
We're on the hunt.
I'm not. I'm just waiting for y'all to tell me the answer.
Mermaid, bobblehead.
It's right here. Are you talking about Moonstruck?
That's the one that I'm talking about. Moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
That's the one that I'm talking about. Moonstruck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a
I
good
didn't
movie.
know
Too.
that.
Good, but Moonstruck's really good too.
Thank you, King Bob.
Who else? Let's see. We can watch
Yeah,
Too Long
like that.
Food.
I don't ever want to watch White Chicks again. Once was enough for me.
No, I don't
Yeah.
like White Chicks. That's a stupid movie. Did you put that? That's a stupid movie. I'm not watching that. And I will.
No,
I
no,
will be
no.
sick of
That was really. I'd rather watch Friday than White Chicks.
But I'm telling you,
Never seen Friday.
Too Long Food would be good.
What?
It has Patrick
Oh, you got to
Swayze.
see Friday, Spectre. If you like White Chicks,
Honestly,
you'll definitely.
Caitlyn's probably seen more movies than I have.
That's just sad, actually.
Good.
If it's not part of the Marvel Cinematic Series,
Witches of Eastwick. I think that's what you might have been talking about, also, Clara. Maybe that one.
No, it was Moonstruck.
Oh, okay.
if
Yeah,
it's
we're
not part of the
Moonstruck.
Marvel Cinematic Series or an anime movie, I haven't seen it.
Death Becomes Her is like my childhood favorite movie. I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Too Long Food. I think that's the one that McDorch told me to look up last night to watch the
Yes,
trailer.
Too Long Food. Thanks, Julie Newman.
Yeah.
It's an amazing movie. It has Patrick Swayze, Denzel Washington, and yeah, they dress up as drag queens.
Is that the drag queen one? Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
Is
Oh my
amazing.
God, it's an amazing. I love the movie.
That movie is amazing.
Cherie, have you watched it?
I have not. I'm looking it up right now. I've never heard it.
McDorch told me to stop watching their live to go watch the
The
trailer.
Witches of Eastwick, Clara, was the one I was thinking of when I said Michelle and Cher and Michelle Pfeiffer, because they're in Witches of Eastwick together
Oh, okay.
with Susan Sarandon.
It's
that was
hilarious no matter what, Apex. That movie was amazing. Just like Fried Green Tomatoes. Anybody ever see Fried Green Tomatoes? That was a great movie.
Best part of Fried Green Tomatoes is when she rams her car into those girls' car in the parking lot, and she says, "I'm older and have more insurance."
Yeah. That was an amazing movie too.
Okay, there it is.
Hi, Funko Rebel.
Okay, I was like, Bo prayed, but it's B.O.P. raid.
Hi, Christina.
Thank you, Adam.
I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I'm like, why is everybody hashtagging BOP?
It's a raid.
Ask Rogers how his legs are. Because he knows I break legs off of ducks.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Adam, for sending everybody over.
I was like, what's happening? I just read the first hashtag. I was
We've
like,
already
I'm looking at the numbers and I'm going, what the hell's happening? Because it's like click, 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 and I'm going,
hey, Rebel.
I was like,
Thank
wow,
you,
they
Adam.
got a lot to say in the chat today.
hey, Rob.
Hey, Funko Bunker, peanut butter,
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Rebel, how are
Hi,
you?
everybody.
Hey, Ezra.
Oh,
Hi, Garrett.
Garrett, foot
Hey,
Hi.
Footcake. Hey, KNL. Hi, Jeff. That's where everybody is now.
Hi, Candyman. Hi, Rob.
You know what? I forgot that. Yeah, same time.
Time to restart this. What does Caitlyn think of Grease?
Time to restart this live.
You know how to restart? You take your cursor and go back to the beginning of the thing, then just hit
Now,
play.
if you want to see a beautiful,
Because she didn't pass the quiz.
No, she did not.
a beautiful love story is Somewhere in Time. That's a beautiful love story. Amazing love story. Awesome love story. Adam's live is over. He has everyone to watch.
So
That's awesome of him.
That is. He's awesome.
Yeah.
We love Adam.
I
haven't
definitely.
watched a lot of love story movies.
Yeah, that one's with Jane Seymour and what's his face? The guy that died that played Superman.
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve.
First VH movie we ever bought was Superman, and it cost $110.
Oh my
Good
god.
Lord.
That was when they first came out.
It wasn't worth that price.
Yeah, but back then that was an average price for a VHS tape. It was $110.
I remember the very first, like when CDs came out, but I don't remember when VHS came out. Pretty
How
sure
you
that was
doing, handsome? Clarissa was
I
here.
remember when VHS came out. I remember when cassettes, CDs. You know, when I was a kid, we had an 8-track player in the car.
we had an 8-track in the closet, but I remember we grew up with records in my house and cassette tapes. And the very first CD I ever bought was the Beauty and the Beast musical, like the Broadway musical.
It doesn't surprise me.
What's his name? Brian Phillips says, "Have you all discussed The Notebook?" Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, we
movie.
just talked about The Notebook.
Oh, that's Mr. Phillips.
Hang
Mr.
around for the rest of the year. We'll get to it. So
I haven't seen it. I know Ty likes it, but I'm not really a chick flick kind of girl.
You
Good
know,
night,
I'm thinking
Bobby.
like Thelma and Louise or something, or like Miss Congeniality.
I did like Thelma and Louise. I've seen that one.
Miss Congeniality has got to be.
I've seen Miss Congeniality.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say one of the funniest movies you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
I love Sandra
I don't
Bullock.
know, something either like I'm thinking like a Drew Barrymore or
Ooh, 50 First Dates.
Reese Witherspoon or something like that.
Oh, what was the
Or
movie
Kate
that was?
Monica Hudson movie?
What was the movie that was a comedy that was with? Oh my God,
Kate
I'm
Hudson
horrible.
is really hot, so you might like that movie.
I would hope you've seen Titanic, Caitlin. You haven't seen Titanic?
What? No. All right.
Okay, well then I say Titanic.
Let's say Titanic. I say Titanic also. That movie is awesome.
Have you never seen Titanic?
How does anybody not see
I
Titanic?
read-
Like this whole like
I
little
read it in
universe.
history.
I've never seen Titanic.
And my heart goes on.
Oh my god!
I've been to the Titanic
I'm not a
Museum.
Celine Dion fan.
But you've never seen the movie.
No, I've been to the museum about 15 times, but I haven't watched the movie.
Oh, that I vote for Titanic then. That movie's amazing, and I wouldn't mind seeing it for the 10th time, I guess.
Fun fact about the actual ship Titanic: the pool on the Titanic is still filled with water to this day.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you just said that.
Today I learned.
No, that's awesome.
Oh,
This knowledge for you guys.
That's gonna be the next. Like, what's the sticker?
Actually, fun fact about the movie: 90% of it was shot in a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Splashing around.
Hey,
Fun
whatever
fact,
works.
the only thing I know about the Titanic
an awesome.
is what's the guy's name? Jack. When he went under, he actually got the Heart of the Sea necklace, sold it, became a millionaire, became the Great Gatsby. That's why the Great Gatsby is afraid of water.
That's what they say. Yeah. That's the rumor of how the movie's all linked together.
Played by the same actor.
I mean, good for him because Rose totally could have like moved off of that,
No
Door a little
test.
bit.
I haven't.
Played by the same actor, but
You haven't seen Sister Act either? I'm
That's
not
the
sure.
one, it's the one with Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
like
what
the
it is.
second
But I
one
haven't
the
seen
best,
it.
actually. The first one's fun, but I like the second one better.
Kind of like me with the Little Mermaid. I like the second Little Mermaid better than the first.
have you ever seen Splash?
Splash. When they said mermaid, it was like splash.
Splash.
Oh,
Have you ever
Splash.
seen Splash? Oh my
Oh.
God, with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah.
That's a great movie.
That one's pretty good.
Wonderful. And you know what? Especially if you like the Little Mermaid, you might like Splash because you like mermaids or something. But it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
All right, everyone vote Titanic or Splash then.
All right, let's
Oh,
take a
hot
vote.
water.
Titanic or Splash?
Let's hear the chat. Thank you, Nadia.
Titanic 2 is not an option.
Well, we got.
I said that's for Titanic.
Wait, we said Titanic or Splash. We got more than
Titanic or Splash, but everybody's saying
I
Titanic.
watched Mortal Kombat this afternoon.
Spectre's
was
still
that part?
saying white chicks.
Oh, that's a stupid movie.
Okay, I think Titanic wins out.
Yeah, I think Titanic is in the lead, and The Bodyguard is pretty good. Who said that? Oh, Eric. The Bodyguard is a
Bodyguard is
beautiful
really
movie.
good.
That is a beautiful movie. And the music, see, now that's a musical I can watch.
Because that's not a musical. That's about a singer.
All
So
right,
she's-
come on, Mama
so
J,
it's
cut me
not
some
like-
slack.
She's not just
Music.
singing out in the middle of, you know, her
Yeah, I know.
everyday life. She's getting on stage to perform.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I just thought I'd fly
Like
under the
Rockstar.
radar.
Rockstar is amazing, almost famous, amazing.
A Nickelback song?
There is a Nickelback song, but no, the movie. With
I've
Kate
seen
Hudson.
Nickelback in concert.
I love Nickelback. I'm a huge Goldie Hawn fan, so I love Kate Hudson. You know, in fact, mother-daughter. I mean, you know.
The concert that only cost 45 cents was the 50-cent concert featuring Nickelback.
So I've heard a lot of people mention a band lately, and they actually just mentioned it on the live before this one. And I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember, but do any of you remember the band that fooled the whole world?
Milli
There was a
Vanilli.
band who did you say?
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli, the band that fooled
Girl,
the
you
world.
know it's true.
Because they weren't real. Nothing about them singing was real.
It was all fake.
Yes.
All fake. The band that fooled, they had the whole world fooled.
Wait, say the name of it again.
Milli
Milli Vanilli.
I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they had like dreadlocks and stuff. They were
Yeah.
actually like really cute.
They were great, and they danced together in sync. Their whole gimmick was like what set them on fire. But the fact that they fooled the world because they never sung a lick. Yeah.
Lip sync before we really knew what lip
Everything
sync
was
was.
Concerts.
That brought a lot of heat to a lot of people that had nothing to do with that, because almost
Yeah.
everybody that lip synced in concerts and stuff had to stop. And they
Yeah.
didn't sound all that good once they
Because
did.
there were some singers that would lip sync because their voice couldn't handle a full show, but they may have been a good singer. But once Milli Vanilli fooled everybody pretty much, that had to stop. People weren't putting up with that anymore.
Oh wow,
And,
one
you
of
know,
them
here's
committed
I'm gonna
suicide.
say $20 or $500 to come listen to you lip sync. I can listen to the album at home.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Kano, we just rewatched the whole Lord of the Rings not too long ago in this house. I don't want to do it again quite so
Is it
soon.
edition or not?
Say
I
again.
do like Hairspray.
Because if you watch the extended edition, each film's like 4 hours long.
No, that's
Oh,
my
okay.
kid is like the huge Lord of the Rings fan. I like it just fine, but I'm not gonna watch like
The Lord of the Rings is a good
Look at this
series
example.
overall, but there's some parts where you're just like,
yeah. No, it's fine. I've watched it a couple times. I've read the books, but I don't want to do it
I
again.
couldn't get through the
I
book.
watched Click
Click.
with Adam Sandler.
That one's actually pretty good. I don't hate Click.
Clerks, maybe Clerks.
I haven't seen Clerks. Greatest Showman we've seen. I like it all right. It's not my favorite of all time, but it's okay.
It has Hugh Jackman. It's a really
Yeah,
good
Gooey, because
movie.
we have that kind of time.
You don't even got to have sound.
Brian
Okay.
said they gave back their granny. Wow, they didn't deserve the Grammys. They didn't win them. You know, they were fake.
Yeah, we know you do. You have a life-size standee in your room.
I do not. I would like one though.
Dr. Sleep is on my list to watch, but we haven't done it yet. All
What
right,
part
so
of Jersey, Brian?
Titanic one.
Caitlin, have you seen Pitch Perfect?
no.
That one's pretty good.
Laura,
My
I
best
said
friend,
almost
that's
perfect.
his favorite
It's
movie.
one
But
of my favorite movies. Police Academy Marathon. We can't even get her to watch a movie and pass a quiz. How are we going to get her to watch a whole marathon of movies?
I've seen all of the Pirates. I've seen all of them in theaters too.
I've seen all the Pirates too, but I couldn't pass a quiz to save my life
I
because they
can
don't
pass a quiz.
say anything in English. They're like
They
blah, blah,
only
blah, blah,
speak
blah, blah, blah.
English.
They all sound like Bob Dylan.
I didn't like the last Pirates movie. Like I don't want to rewatch that one, but the first couple were good. Ooh, chitty
Yeah, the last
chitty
one's a
bang bang.
little
I love.
weird.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. There we go.
Oh,
The
I've
best part
seen
about the
that
last
one.
Pirates movie is the opening when he's on like the building and they're dragging it through the town with the safe. That's the only
Yeah.
good part about the last one.
Pan's Labyrinth. That one's pretty good. You'll have to read subtitles though.
I don't mind. Well, I used to not mind reading subtitles, but now I found myself like going, "Where's my phone?" So I can't really look at both at the same time.
I never watched Fast and the Furious. I know they're saying that. It's never been an interest to me.
I've never
first
seen
one's
Corpse
good.
Bride.
What? It's not amazing, but I do love it. So, Labyrinth, regular Labyrinth. Have you seen that one?
I hate Labyrinth.
Okay. I'm gonna take you off the stream now.
Raising Arizona.
I can't help it. I watched that, and it was the most weirdest movie I've ever watched, and I never liked it.
The little like the Furies or Firies or whatever when they take their head off, like I hate that part. Like to this day, I won't watch that part. But
Eric, I have every Pokemon soundtrack downloaded on my phone. So
Smiley, I love Top Gun. I love that movie, Top Gun.
A dingo stole my baby.
Okay, Legend is a terrible movie. Ty made me watch that movie and I hated it. So I'm not watching that one again.
I've seen The Wizard of Oz, the like original with Judy Garland, but I've never seen any of the other redos or whatever.
Oh, you didn't watch the creepy second one?
No.
Oh yeah. Apex said David Bowie was awesome in that movie. The funny thing is, like, I don't want the pops to that movie, but I have the David Bowie one and I put it with my rock collection.
We have all of those pops but one.
You take what you can get.
Yeah, they didn't give me a real David Bowie pop, so I got to use a Labyrinth pop.
I feel like a lot of people do that with Lady Gaga.
What?
Waterworld.
There you go. Return to Oz. Yes, I love Waterworld.
Waterworld.
And The Postman too. I love both of those movies.
Me too, Smiley. I'm waiting for that. Like,
I cry every time when the unicorn is killed. What movie do you guys want me to watch where I get killed? I don't want one where a unicorn gets killed.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Huh?
I never
Harry
saw
Potter
it.
and the Chamber of Secrets. It's a dead unicorn.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I'm missing just one of the Jareths.
I don't know what the Green Mike is, but maybe he meant the Green Mile, unless that's
the Green Mile.
Magic Mike meets the Green Mile.
There you go.
50 First Dates was good. That was good.
I like that movie.
Yeah,
we're looking for more of like chick flicky movies, though. I don't think the Green Mile's really a chick flick movie.
Caitlyn has not seen Almost Famous.
Welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, welcome to the conversation.
Oh, Legends, a unicorn.
Legends, a unicorn gets killed. So what are we doing?
50 Shades of Grey. I'm not watching 50 Shades of Grey and doing a live stream about it.
I've never even seen 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, I've seen them all. They're pretty cool.
I read the books. I don't need to see the
We're
movies.
not white chicks. We've all said
I
no.
can't imagine what the books must be like.
I hated the books. Like,
So why'd you read them?
because I bought like all three of them together, and like I read the first one, so I might as well just finish them.
What was that one movie, Vacation with Queen Latifah?
Oh my god, that one was awesome.
Are you
That
talking about the
movie.
one where she thinks she's dying and then she's not?
Yeah, she goes on skis.
That
Isn't it called
was,
Vacation?
I think it's called 2 Weeks. Isn't it called 2 Weeks?
no, that's called Girls. That movie is. I mean, I almost.
Last Vacation.
Last Vacation. Yeah, that's
Or
really
wait,
good.
Last Holiday.
Last Holiday. Or
Last Holiday.
Not
That
Holiday.
movie was like I was dying in the theater. I just couldn't stop
I
laughing.
love Queen Latifah. And let me tell you, you know what's funny is you blow young kids' minds when you say, "Do you know who paved the way for women in rap?" Do you know, Caitlyn?
I have a guess, but if I say it wrong, I'm afraid everyone will make fun of me. So no,
Just
I'm
give
not
me a
going to
guess.
say it.
Who paved
I don't
the way
even
for
know.
women in rap?
I don't even know if these are rappers, but for some reason, the people coming to my mind is Salt and Peppa.
No. Queen
Are they technically
Latifah
rappers,
paved
or-
the way for women in rap?
See, I don't think I know any Queen
She's
Latifah
one of the
songs.
first female rappers.
You probably do if you hear a song. You'll probably go, "Oh, that's her." You know, it's that kind of.
Yeah, I was never a fan of her as a rapper ever.
No,
I'm
me
not gonna say
neither.
that 'cause I wasn't. But I do know that she was one of the first female rappers to help pave the way for female rappers.
I don't listen to rap music at all, pretty much.
I don't either,
Neither do I.
that much. Well, some, but not much. But yeah, I remember when I first told him, he was a sick, like Mark Wahlberg. He was a singer before he was an actor.
I did know that one.
I've never seen Full Gump.
I don't
Forrest Gump's
know.
pretty good.
I like her much better as an actress than a singer than ever. And Isra says that Forrest Gump was the best movie ever to try to change his mind.
Run, Forrest, run.
We should make Caitlyn watch Air Bud.
Air Bud.
God.
Sleepless in Seattle was good.
That was good. There's so many freaking great, awesome movies that it's like you can endlessly sit here and say, oh my god, yeah, that one. Oh my god, yeah, that
name movies all day.
Rocky Horror
That's
Picture Show.
true.
But he loves
You know,
Rocky
I did
Horror
not like Rocky Horror until I watched like the stage production of it, and
You
then
have to watch the stage production.
I liked it. But like the movie, I was not a fan.
Yeah, movie's awful.
The Brat was the first female rapper to go platinum. That's probably true.
Castaway. I watched Castaway before I got on my very first airplane ride, like the night before. I don't recommend doing that, guys.
That's not the right kind of movie to watch. It's
No,
like, why would you do that to yourself?
Yes, kind of. In one of her songs, she did, but she's not a rapper.
Homeward Bound is a good movie. I do love that movie.
I've seen that one.
Homeward
Okay, take
Bound
it off
is
the
good,
list.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go with Titanic, though.
I think that's what they all
That's
voted
the
on.
chat. The chat did say Titanic.
Let's do that one, and then we'll save Tu Wong Fu for Pride Month in June.
Oh, awesome!
Okay.
Now
Sounds good
that
to me.
was a great idea.
Oh,
Tyler,
look,
I
Tyler's
wanna
coming
ask you-
back.
Tyler, go back to bed.
Tylock, she's seen Grease. We're ending it there.
But I flung
Oh,
the
no,
quiz.
very well.
And Rudolph and Frosty's 4th of July Christmas special.
And all the Pokemon movies.
No, actually, I haven't seen the last Pokemon movie yet.
Oh no.
What was the last one?
I don't know. They switched it up where he's not like in the series anymore. He's like in a different universe than where the actual animes take place. So I wasn't
Oh.
into it.
I don't think she's ever seen Fried Green Tomatoes.
Fried Flowers.
Another great movie. Steel Magnolia is another great movie.
Oh, that movie's amazing. In terms of endearment,
Thelma and Louise is like the best friend movie you can go watch.
That one's good. I like that movie.
so is Beaches.
Beaches, oh my God, I can't watch Beaches. I cry every time. That movie
Yeah.
makes me cry like a big baby.
Yeah, me too. And
But
so
it's
in
one
terms
it's
of endearment,
amazing. First of all, I love Bette Midler, but that movie just it's a tearjerker. You can't watch it without a box of Kleenex.
mm-hmm.
I've never heard of it, so I will be sure to get a
Oh my
book of
God,
Kleenex.
you know what? It's got Bette Midler and I can't even think of the other girl's name. But it's about two girls that grew up friends and they lived different lifestyles, but they remained best friends through it all. And I mean through it all till the end. So
Oh, that's sweet. That
I
sounds
don't
like
want
a
to really
crying
give away
movie.
too much because in case you
It's an amazing movie, but it is sad as hell, man. You just cry and cry. And I could imagine if I see it now, I'll cry even more.
Barbara Hershey. Yeah, that's who the other person was. Barbara Hershey.
Fight Club is one of my absolute favorite movies. Good night, Nadia. Thanks for
Good night,
coming.
Nadia.
Never seen that.
Night,
League
Nadia.
of Their Own. I love the League of Their Own. I actually have a talking Rosie O'Donnell doll somewhere that she autographed.
That's pretty cool.
That
Yeah,
is
we
cool.
went-
when she used to do a talk show many moons ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to her talk show, and if you brought the talking doll that was hers, she would autograph them for you. So when we went, I took mine and she autographed it.
That's pretty cool.
My sister's keeper, that's kind of sappy too, I believe. Oh, 9 to 5. We should make you watch Dolly Parton and watch 9 to 5.
That's a good movie.
I've
Short
listened to the
Circuit.
song all my life, but I've never watched the movie.
The
It
movie's
has Lily
good.
Tomlin, Dolly Parton, and
Jane Fonda and
Jane
Lily.
Fonda. Yeah, because Jane Fonda and Lily do Frankie and Grace on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Laura, I said that one before too. That's one of my favorite movies. Somewhere in Time.
Which one?
The one with
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve and Jane
Doesn't ring a
Seymour.
bell with me. Oh, you can watch Twins with Arnold and Danny. Yeah.
Oh dear
Rain
Lord.
Man. I got to go to Kmart and get my underwear. You can watch Rain Man.
Do y'all still have Kmart?
No.
We do have one
Actually,
Kmart.
no. The one down there closed, so I don't know that we have one.
We still
anymore.
have a Kmart.
Oh.
They're as sad as you think they are.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like, go into it. Like you need to go into a store like that. You don't want to go to Kmart because they overcharge. But I'm gonna tell you, which is crazy. They overcharge and have nobody in their store.
That's
But
probably why they overcharge.
every time you go there, there's the parking lot's empty. You walk in there, there's like nobody. There's more workers than there are people. The store is always neat and clean because nobody goes in there and
It's
shops.
staying clean or completely empty, and the workers are like dead inside. They're like, "Hi, welcome to Kmart. How can I help you?"
I was waiting for that, Caitlyn. Well, I was like, she's gonna whip out something.
Cool World. I love Cool World.
Yeah, Cool World was good. I remember that.
I don't have anything
yeah,
Pride on my
yeah,
desk. I gotta
yeah,
get something
yeah.
Pride. I have. How could I not have anything Pride?
Where's your sticker?
Yeah, do you have one of your stickers?
You're awesome. Yeah, I gotta get a little flag though for Pride.
Stand By Me is really good. Well, I
What's
like to
the
go to
problem?
Kmart because I buy Lee jeans and Kmart sells them. But now they're going out of business. So I'm like, where the hell am I going to get my pants?
You
Probably
better buy
fine.
the whole stock.
I knew about her. I could tell. Fritz the cat. Laura, where is your mind at?
Oh,
Is
they
he
said
related
this
to Fritzy?
goes-
I think so.
Oh, Fritz the cat. That's the next rated movie. Clara, your tiny ghost. Oh, that's it. I forgot about my tiny ghost.
People know what you have more than you do.
I have you.
I remember-
Isn't that kind of scary?
I don't even know what year it came out. I
What?
Old
remember
Yeller was a good movie. Yeah, if you want to be traumatized.
my mother kept me home.
I watched Old Yeller. That was okay.
Did you watch the end of it or did you turn it off?
I watched it all the way. I never had a dog as a kid, so it didn't bug me.
We had to watch it in
I've
school.
never seen Old Yeller. I just know it doesn't end well for him.
Yeah, no, they made us watch it in school and it was awful.
Why would they make you
why-
watch it in school?
We watched all those movies in school.
We watched
Did you guys ever like have to
Outsiders?
learn?
and Saving Private Ryan.
I love The
I don't think
Outsiders.
so. I think they just played the movie.
I love The Outsiders.
The
Where did I put
Outsiders.
the
are
sticker
like-
That's a good
away?
movie. I'll watch The Outsiders.
Did you read the book,
Oh yeah,
Caitlin?
What?
Did you
The
read the book,
Outsiders?
The Outsiders? Have you never seen the movie?
Of what?
The
Outsiders,
Outsiders.
that was them, This Is Now. Any of the S.E. What's her name? S.E. Hinton or Hutton? My mother kept me home. I just looked to see what year because I couldn't remember the year. But in 1984, they released a movie called Hard to Hold, and my mother kept me home from school that day so we could go to the movie.
Best day ever.
Best day. Hey, it was a Rick Springfield movie. I was a huge Rick Springfield fan. And my mom's like, you know what? You don't have to go to school today. Because movies were released on Fridays. So I didn't go to school that Friday and we went to the movies.
Hey,
Nice.
nothing wrong with that.
Long weekend.
Yeah.
The Fifth Wave was a good book. The movie was fine, but the book was better.
Oh, Dead Presidents was a good
Everybody
movie.
had to read The
Bob.
Outsiders in high school.
I read it in junior high, I think. Ty read it in junior high.
I've never heard of this.
You never had to read The Outsiders?
Brian said that you should watch Lawnmower Man. I'm going to tell you, if that's the Lawnmower Man I'm thinking of, that movie is just stupid and disgusting. It's a horror movie about a guy with a lawnmower.
Oh dear Lord.
I don't think
Oh,
I've ever.
that's
I know what it
terrifying.
is, but I've
Hold
never
on.
seen it.
Pretty much.
Dark City's really good. I like that movie.
come on, hold on, almost.
They're telling you to watch Point Break or The Fox and the Hound.
I cry like a baby during Fox and the Hound, like full on just bawling.
In my school,
Cujo. They want you to watch Cujo.
when in my school we watched 3 movies that I can remember besides Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill,
One
Bill.
Was The Outsiders. 2 was Saving Private Ryan.
I've seen
And
that.
the third one was Roots.
Those are weird movies to make you watch in school.
We watched
like,
Saving
all-
We
Private
actually
Ryan in
tricked
school.
our history teacher because he wasn't like all there all the time. We actually got to watch Saving Private Ryan 10 times in a row.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
We used
Let's
to have
watch
a
The
dog.
Birds
Good
by
movie.
Alfred Hitchcock. Let's go classic.
Yeah, my grandmother.
North by
used to-
Northwest.
No. Isn't that with Patrick Swayze also?
I don't
I
even think
think
he's
North by
alive.
North is not. But I think North by Northwest was a Patrick Swayze thing too.
It was a Hitchcock movie.
Oh, then it's not the same one I'm thinking of.
Hunger Games. Have you seen the Hunger Games?
No.
No.
I'm hungry.
Money Pit.
I'm
yeah,
hungry too, actually.
I'm hungry also, and I ate dinner already, but now I'm hungry again.
We haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm fixing to end this so we can. I
Now,
can go
I'm
make
not
dinner.
big on horror movies, but someone said Cujo. My grandmother had a dog named Cujo, and that dog had Wolf, Doberman, Great Dane, Pit Bull, and like 3 other mean breeds, and that dog was vicious. I'm talking when it was like a baby to my grandmother, but when my grandmother passed away, it tried to attack different family members.
Maybe they should have named it Cujo.
My grandmother.
Why would you
Scary
name him
movie,
Cujo?
Scary Movie 1 through 5.
Same here, Amy. Love Star Wars.
Star Wars is okay. Star Trek is better.
What?
I like Star Trek
Wars
better.
was good up until movie number 6. After that, it's garbage.
Look, I was big on Star Wars parts 4, 5, and 6, which are the first 3. Okay. But after them, I mean, I watched the other ones, but I never had the same passion as I did for the first 3.
Here's how you watch Star Wars. Episode 1, 2, the Clone Wars animated series, 3,
The Clone
4,
Wars
5,
series is
6,
good.
and then you're done.
Harold and Maude. You can watch Harold and Maude.
I just want to point out that Tylock's the big Star Wars fan, but then Cherie beat him in Star Wars trivia. Still.
I have seen every Star Wars. I saw the original trilogy when they re-released them in theaters. Like, I try really hard to love Star Wars. It's just not my favorite thing ever.
I agree with Umpty. One of my favorite characters is Jar Jar.
Oh, Misa, so happy.
Yeah,
And
Jar
I'm
Jar
kicking you
Binks.
both out of the stream.
What's wrong
Jar
with
Jar
Jar
Binks
Jar?
is actually
What
the
is right with Jar? There's nothing right with Jar Jar.
You know, he was supposed to be the
Tylock
ultimate
is
Sith Lord,
sick.
right?
He isn't dead.
Yeah, he
I
just
was-
woke up
I
to
was
make
meant
fun
to love Star Wars because I was born on Star Wars Day. So I was meant to love Star Wars. Imagine if I would have been born on that day and I hated Star Wars.
My kid's born on May 10th, so we celebrate Star Wars Day. Like, we do presents and like food and stuff. So that whole week is like birthday celebration Star Wars week because my kid is such a big fan.
him.
Basically, if Clara was born on Star Wars Day and she didn't like Star Wars, they'd be like, hey, happy birthday. May the 4th be with you. She'd be like, you.
He's got me down packed. Oh
So
god.
I'm pretty sure we all know that I'm a meanie. And you need to be nice to me because I will see you Monday to co-host with me.
Yeah, and it's the Death Wheel night, Robert.
Yes. I'm pretty sure you're on there, so I'm going to make sure you're the first one off because I'm so mean.
I mean, he's a co-host. That's gonna happen.
Yes, it is, Apex. Yes, it is. I can't wait to see Umpty's website on May 4th
Ooh.
for Star Wars. That's
It's
going to be
gonna be
awesome.
epic.
I still need to film my video for next week. I haven't even filmed it.
Let's not even talk about that because I've got like so much stuff here and I still haven't even opened and done the swap box video.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't done ours yet either.
And I'm dying to open that box, but I haven't done it. It's, I've learned the patience of Dead Zone. I can't believe it.
Oh no,
I
I'm
used
used to stacking boxes and leaving them. And then I always feel so bad. I'm like, wow. I'm like, we need to do some of these. These are from months ago. But here's what happens. I'm like, we need to film. I've got to film these. They're from months ago. So we filmed, but I already have a ton of videos. So even though we filmed, I'm still not going to drop them for a long time because I'm going through all the other videos I still have. So I'm always sitting on so many videos.
Yeah, you get backed up.
Well, I'm proud of Ty. We've got pretty much all the boxes open.
We had 2 boxes sitting outside. Our mailman doesn't like us anymore. He didn't even put them by the door. He just set them in the middle of the stairs so everyone can see them.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's nice.
I'd be calling.
Well, we used to get the mailman would come and you'd hear the stuff. You wouldn't even hear him set it down. You'd hear beep, beep, beep. Now you hear boom, 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 bam, boom, 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 mail. And you're like, okay,
Little
Now
anger
it's
there.
like,
I left the chair because I've got my cat co-host tonight. That's why the chair is still here, Duck Dodgers.
Hashtag cat better than tie lock.
Oh.
I mean, they're both pretty squishy, so.
That's Spectre's resentment still for that 90s quiz.
Yeah, right?
Good
But
old
yeah,
90s
guys,
quiz.
remember, all next week, Monday through Friday, there's going to be like 79 channels posting their swap videos. So
That's next
no
week
one's got
already?
an excuse of nothing to watch next week. You got 79 channels of swap videos to go through.
That is kind of a lot. It's going to be a very long week for
That's,
videos.
16 on Monday, 16 on Tuesday, 15 on Wednesday, 16 on Thursday, and 16 on Friday.
Boy, the time.
Y'all better get to filming.
That's what we said. We're
I'm
like,
not-
oh my
mine's
God,
scheduled.
it's already Wednesday. It's only Wednesday, but it's already Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that much time because then I have like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. God knows that.
Barbara, if that was true, Mom J would be after your ass already.
I think I'm gonna film mine tonight. I'm gonna. It's nice and quiet, so.
No, all boxes have arrived. We've even replaced the stolen box, and we had it sent out, and it's already arrived too.
So no excuses.
Yeah, everybody got their box. Even the
That
guy.
was a stolen
the guy's
box.
like,
How
oh my
could
God, they
somebody
stole it
steal
off my porch. What? He felt bad. He's like, don't send me another. I'm like, no, we'll send you another box. It wasn't like,
Well, that's what the donation money's for
that's what
anyway.
the donations are for, yeah, to build another box.
Oh
Crazy.
man.
All right, guys. Well, is there anything else happening next week? I've got Death Wheel with Caitlyn and all of my co-hosts on Monday. So, anybody else got anything other than crazy week video next week?
I won't be live on Tuesday because I'm giving my spot to Clara. Because Clara's going live to do her 2000s.
And birthday.
And my birthday, because it is on my actual birthday.
God, is that next week?
Yeah.
Oh my
man.
God, that's what I'm saying. When she said next week the videos drop, I'm like, wait, it's
Oh,
next
God.
week.
I guess I better go get some blue dye for some blue milk.
Oh
We're
my
gonna
God.
go.
Who I need to send my box to.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'll be wrapping some Christmas or birthday presents next week too.
Christmas. So I was like, wait, hold up.
Birthday. My kid's turning 14, so crazy.
That's
Caitlin?
crazy.
I'll be on happy hour too. That's it.
Okay, that's easy enough. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on and putting up with my terrible Kahoot and hosting.
I mean,
shows.
compared to
That
Ty
was
Logs,
terrible. That's great.
And thank you everybody for coming in. And I guess we will see y'all when we see you. I'll see you Monday.
All right, guys. See you on the weekend or on Friday,
guys.
whenever. I don't even know anymore.
bye everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, guys.
As your dogs die in the background.